Looking at the trading week beginning August 17th, we'll be watching Treasury yields now that the auctions are behind us. Front-end yields have fallen for 3 straight weeks, while the back end had been down for 2 before turning higher this week. Now, that's not necessarily bad since a steeper yield curve generally helps banks. The question now is whether the move in longer-term yields is the start of a trend or just a blip. The Federal Open Markets Committee releases the minutes from its July meeting, giving us a closer look at where members stand on rates. Traders will be watching the split between those pushing for another hike and those who favor staying on hold, along with any discussions of a softer labor market, tariff-driven inflation, and sticky services prices. The key will be whether there is a tell in the minutes signaling that the Fed is leaning more hawkish or more dovish going forward. There's been a noticeable drop-off in Fed speakers since Kevin Warsh became Fed chair, so these minutes carry even more weight than they used to. Looking ahead to next week, earnings slowed to a crawl with 59 companies valued at more than $1 billion scheduled to report, including Analog Devices, then quite a few retail earnings reports. Walmart, Home Depot, Lowe's, Target, TJX, Ross Stores, Estee Lauder, and Alibaba. Economic data next week. Sunday night, China releases industrial production and unemployment data. Monday, we get Japanese industrial productions and Canadian CPI. Tuesday, the UK releases unemployment data, followed by German and Eurozone ZEW economic data. Here in the US, we get housing starts and industrial production. Wednesday, we get CPI from both the UK and the Eurozone, along with the minutes from the last Federal Reserve meeting. Then Wednesday evening, we get a rate decision from the People's Bank of China and Australian employment data. Thursday, here in the US, we get jobless claims, the leading economic index, and the Philly Fed Manufacturing Index. Then Friday, the UK releases retail sales, followed by manufacturing PMI data from Germany, the Eurozone, the UK, and the US.